Morning, sir. Hello.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Very good morning. Okay, what happened to my venture? It's taking too much time.
Sir, from that playlist, I think one or two videos were missing from that, where you showed us how to make the materials in Unreal and set up the lighting for level.
Mm-hmm. That video is
I,
not there.
yes, sir. I think. But like after sculpting part, it was straight to that particle effect thing
In Moodle or where?
in YouTube. That YouTube playlist.
Okay, I'll cross check that. Maybe I missed some videos, so I'll re-upload it.
Yes.
I'll upload it. Have all the backup, all videos. So
Like
I'll upload it.
yesterday, I started doing that level from that blank level editor, but I didn't know how to go ahead with that. So I got stuck.
Okay, I'll cross check that. Because there are like so many classes, have so many videos. There's a possibility I might have missed some video. So I'll cross check it and then
Yes.
I'll upload.
Okay. And then I'll submit it by today as soon as I can.
Okay.
I just have to place
And
the.
I have received permission. Huh? Okay, I received one screenshot of, but this is something you submitted last week also, right?
Yes, sir. I think
Sir, I updated few objects and done the unwrapping and high poly also.
So where is the high poly and where is the unwrapping? And when you going to texture it and when you going to push it to Unreal? I'm asking just for like since 2 3 weeks because you have done this already. So you should have pushed it to Unreal. Last time also you like waited till the end to push it to Unreal. Start importing into Unreal, place everything, set up your scene.
Yes.
Texture you can do later, unwrap you can do later, right? You can just set up your scene, texture you have to import it, attach it. That's it. So
Yes.
why you wait? Last time also you waited because you were wasting time. This is a waste of if you import it in Unreal. So what will happen? The scene will be set, right? Then you just have to apply the texture. So you create one texture, import it to Unreal, apply it. That's it. So everything will be like on track. Everything will be done because by this, looking into this, I feel like still you are in modeling stage. You are doing modeling only, no texturing, nothing, no Unreal, right? So because maybe you are doing all those things, but still in output, what I can see is only low poly model, right? So you have to push it to Unreal, please create the scene because you remember last time what happened? Scale was off, building door size and all those size was off. So you have to unless you import it to Unreal and create your scene, you won't be able to understand is the scale is correct, wrong, placement is correct, wrong, it's fitting everything fitting together or not, all those things. You have to push it and do it. So make sure push this to Unreal and start creating your scene. Forget about your high poly, low poly, UV. Import everything into Unreal and start creating your scene.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so today I'll explain you because we already like using a lot of time. So let's start it like jump into like little bit details. So for today, I'll show you how to this landscape material. You can see this material comes with a lot of properties under paint. There are so many options, basically so many textures. Like in one material, you have so many material options. So how to create landscape material? So that is something I'll show you how to create this. So for that, I'll take a new empty level. Nothing to do with my base level, so that you understand everything from scratch. So first is go to mode to create any landscape. Mode, then you have this landscape option. Select this, so it will show you this green grid. Basically the scale of your landscape. It's basically a polygonal uh, plane. You can rotate and check. So initially, based on your scene, you can reduce the size or you can increase the size. So I will keep it like uh, 2 by 2, like fairly small, so that everything stays optimized and so that I can do it and create everything faster. If you use a bigger landscape, it will become difficult and it will become like heavy. So to create this landscape, there are two different ways. One is I can just simply click this and create it. I got this plane. Then I can go to sculpt and use all of this and sculpt my terrain manually. So this is like one technique. I can create my terrain manually. I can create a mountain layering, like whatever I can imagine, or maybe I have a like suppose I have a reference. Based on that, I want to create something. Definitely, I can do that. I can create a mountain range or hill or big plateau or anything. So it's totally up to me. Or if you have a reference, you can create that or you can press shift and in negative you can create. Maybe suppose you want to have a water body or maybe a river or something. You can definitely do that. In Unreal 4.26, you have a water, this water physical water element where you just can simply drag and drop and create the ocean, create river, create pond. It just simply drag and drop and place it. It's there. So it's still in beta version. That's why we're not using it. So like this, I can create a landscape and material. I haven't created manually. I'll create a material and then apply it to my landscape manually. This is like manual thing. Then you have under cut, you have smooth. Like suppose you have to there's a stretch or something. You want to smooth it. You can definitely smooth it. It kind of relaxes your mesh and smooth transition. Then you have flatten. So from wherever you click, it basically pick that section as your height and rest everything make convert like make it flat. That entire section to convert to flat, nicely flat surface. And then I can go and smooth it one more time. So just to make it like this is like one technique. And we can see flatten, ramp is basically create ramp or erosion, hydro erosion, what kind of erosion you want to create. You can do all sort of things here. See, erosion. It basically gives you those like sharp and angular angles and make convert this into clips. Hydro is basically like the rainfall and all. Suppose you have rainfall and also it creates a separate kind of erosion. So you can create that as well. You can see we have those like light, but right now there's no light in my scene, so that's why everything looks flat and gray. So let's go to select and go to light. We have a direction light. Direction light is basically your sunlight drag and drop. So the moment you drag and drop, you can place it anywhere in your scene, but it's a direction light, so it's basically infinite width, and the light is emitting from one direction. So you can rotate it or place it in the center of the scene. You can place it anywhere. Doesn't matter. The direction will be one direction. You can rotate it from wherever you want to place. You can place it, and I can see all these cavities, gaps. I can fill those and create things nicely. This is like one technique I can create my landscape. There is and let's have sky and fog. These are like few basic things. Atmospheric fog I can have and exponential height fog I can have. Based on the height, it will generate fog. Center. So you can see, I this bluish tint I got this thing with the help of fog, so I can generate. But to create this terrain, there's one more technique. Let's go to landscape again, and if suppose you want to create one more landscape, so what you have to do is, sorry, select. Make sure don't select this one, landscape. You have layer height map. Um, where is my new? You can see there is an option for new landscape. So I can create multiple landscapes also. Suppose I'm creating something, it's a huge scene, and just for my viewing, like just to cover my viewing range, I can create multiple landscapes, small parts, and generate things. So click on new. It will give you another. You can see this landscape option. That is something I can just simply move it, and here we can see there is a material option. So we haven't created a material. So let's keep it empty. And here you can see there is an option named import from file. If you click on this, it will ask for a height map. So basically you can import a height map, black and white map, and based on that you can generate the terrain. So if you go to Google and search for terrain height map, so you'll see there are tons of height maps available online. So if you use any one of them, they will generate this exact same terrain. So I guess I have it height of the terrain on my pad. Okay, I guess I have deleted it. So let's, you can see this is like looks like a cliff and some river kind of thing, or maybe some kind of something like this, or some complex stuff. I can use any one of them. Just save it desktop, any one of them, or maybe this one. This one looks pretty nice, quite detailed. This one looks pretty nice. Save as save. So this is a PNG, and this is also PNG. Let's go to hide and select browse desktop. You can see I have my both the height now. I can pick any one of them and generate a height. The moment you select, okay, so go back. I'm just pressing arrow. So it's basically automatically based on your map size, like map, it creates the height and scale, size, and everything. If you 4 by 4, definitely if you change it, you do all those things, and then you can or you can click it to fit into data. So based on your data, it will create the thing and import. You see, instantly you have this nice height, and you have this nice fog. So it's quite huge. This is quite huge. This one. This one is quite huge. Go to manage or maybe go to select. Select this, and it's way too big. You can scale it down in Z. because way too much. Reduce it, and you can see this is quite a detailed, nice landscape. This depending upon your mesh, this texture resolution, it creates all the details. So resolution of this map wasn't very good, so I can delete it and let's use different one. This one this time, and import and create. And see, it creates this what do you call it, like this thing, something. Manage already. Select more, fill it in Z. Usually the intensity is way too high, so I can create this thing. You can see like this, I can create this value so nicely and quite a detailed value. So manually creating will be quite complex and quite difficult, like something like this. Though you can definitely do it, but it will take a lot more time. So you can just manipulate the alpha map and create that black and white map and just import it. And for usually to create something like this, they industry they use World Machine. It's a separate software altogether. They use World Machine and generate all these map, or they extract a height map from Google Map and generate it. There's an entire separate process pipeline, but that is something like we are supposed to do. That's the job of a level designer or technical artist. That's not our job, so no need to worry about it. You can download something and create this value. So for this, I'll use this one. So this looks way too nice and clean. And just to check the scale, just play. Okay, it's falling, 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 falling infinitely. So I have to check where is my character starting point. So I have to check for um, player start. Drag and drop, place it somewhere on this and then play. So it will start from this section. So it's scale wise, you can see it looks kind of huge and nice. Decent scale. Decent scale. I have this like nice horizon line and cliffs and all, everything. This scale looks pretty nice to me. So let's keep it. Now we have to create a material for it. Create a material so that it blends with my like this like landscape. And let's do that. Let's go to content, and for this I guess I have created a material already. Landscape, give me a second. Distance, this is the one. It's loading. It's taking a little bit time. So there is for material also, material can be really complex and material can be really simple based on like what you really need. Okay, this is a simple material. This is a very simple material. So forget about this displacement part. So basically here I'll just explain it here and I'll recreate this and showcase you like what is happening here. Here, this section is basically all diffuse. Three different diffuse, like basically three different textures. Then same three roughness, three normal. Similarly, here I have used three displacement. So there's no limit. You can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 textures. That's totally up to you. Only thing what you have to do is you have to connect all the textures with a landscape coordinate and a layer blend. These two are the most important things. You have to connect all of them to layer blend and a landscape coordinate and connect them to their respective channels. That's it. It's a very simple, straightforward material. So let's create it. So material, right click, new material, M underscore. This is my, what is it? Landscape, right? I can just simply save all. Let's save everything. This is don't need to save, or maybe I can save it as environment one underscore test. This is my new empty layer. But I need just to create this because this is the empty material. So to create this landscape, like landscape usually have this terrain, visible terrain. In our terrain, we can see we have this base. It can be a path, a road, or it can be a river. We have this rocky surface plus there will be some green, grassy, mossy surface and some soil, mud, or earthy kind of things. We have to use those things. So at least three layers. So there's no limit. We can use multi 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 textures. So let's start with at least, let's show you with two. Then I'll modify it to 3, 4. I'll show that. Let's close this. Okay, empty. So I need at least three, 2 to 3 or 4 textures. Diffuse, only some roughness, only normal. So let's go to my content browser and let's search for, or maybe I can go to my mega scan this thing where I have imported all my textures. Uh, Surface, and the surface should be here. It's middle path at the point. It should be here. So let's isolate only texture. Here you can see I have so many textures. So let's take something. Let's see. I need rocky city. I have this rocky surface, rock, normal, diffuse, albedo, normal, roughness. I have a different albedo also. Then last. Then we have some flat area, and these are all tileable maps. All the maps from Megascan, they are tileable, so no need to worry. So let's import these three first, drag and drop to my material. This is my albedo. This one is my normal. So normal is keep it down, and this is my roughness. Let's keep some distance so that I can keep another diffuse, another roughness, another normal. So right now, what I have to do, I need at least one more material. Let's go to content and let's see. There should be a moss. I believe I have imported a little fast. Yeah, yeah, there. For this moss, there is no texture. That's strange. There is no normal. That's strange. No, normal is there. Albedo, normal, roughness. They have gloss also, displacement also. I don't need those things. So let's import this one. Diffuse, normal to normal, and make sure keep the sequence proper. First one is rock, first one is rock, first one is rock. Second one is your moss, second like first and second. Make sure the sequence is correct always for your better understanding. So keep the sequence correct and proper. All these things, and let's pick. Okay, let's pick one more texture so that I can show you this thing really quickly. I'm not happy with this. And the atlas what we have. Yeah, something like some like random stuff. Double check it. Some mostly rocky or the sense, but I want a better system. It should be part of my surface. I don't know why it's not there. That's very strange. Okay, let's click on content. I'll get some texture definitely. What is it? Rubble. Rubble can also work for me. Check it. But this is a specific texture for some object. I want a tileable map. Dirt. Yes, I can use dirt. I have grass, dirt. Okay, let's use dirt, normal, and roughness. Drag drop. Diffuse. Third one, normal. Uh, third one, and roughness. Third one. Right. So these first three are basically diffuse. So what I'll do is I'll just select all these three and press C. It will create a group comment. I can name it as diffuse. These three, press C and name it as roughness. This C, press C, normal. Now, if you move this comment, it will like this is kind of a group. So you can move this entire thing together. So it makes your life way easier. Okay. Now my this thing is ready, and now I want to make it a landscape material. So what I'll do is, for that I need two things. One is landscape coordinate. Landscape coordinate is basically coordinates of the landscape, like wherever you are painting, that region and that location is required. If you don't have that node, you cannot paint it. So right click, this is texture coordinate. Okay, landscape coordinate. You see landscape layer coordinate. This is, if you just simply click on this, it will generate this landscape coordinate. It's a gradient kind of thing, color. Will give you the preview in 2 minutes. So you can see this red to greenish color. So this is basically you can control your tiling, control your rotation, UV pan, all those things with the help of this thing. You can do that. So if you just simply, if you want, connect one landscape coordinate per texture. So select, because tiling will be different for each texture, and for landscape material 99% time we use tileable maps, no specific map. Just duplicate this, control W, control W. So I have 1, 2, 3. So keep them in the center, so everything looks kind of clean and sorted. So connect this first one to your UV of first diffuse, same one to UV of that roughness, and UV of normal. The same texture for one. This one too, second one, second one, sorry, second one. This one is for the third one, and then third one. Connected. So now landscape, this basically controls your tiling and all other stuff. So if I want, I can modify things very easily. So let's keep it like this. I guess I missed something. Is it? I'm not sure. Just give me a second. Correct me, no? No. Okay. So let's keep it like this. Now, and meeting going to end in like another 8-10 minutes. So make sure like I'll restart it, join back. Now, I need to blend all these textures together. So how to blend them together? I need to have a landscape layer blend node. Right click, landscape layer blend. You can see by default it's like, because this is the most the time we use it. So by default we it is selected. But whenever you generate this, you can see you don't have an input area. If you open this one, you can see you have like 3 inputs, but here you don't have any input. Reason, by default there is no layer. It's 0 array element. There's nothing. So first one is rock plus 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You get all those things. Now first one is rock. Enter. Name change instantly. Second one is grass or moss, and third one is dirt. So I can create all of them like this. And just to like just I can switch on any of the preview. Like right now all previews are 0. So if you save it, it will give you like this black shader, black material. You cannot really see anything. So preview, you can switch on any one of them, just any one of them. So it will show you the preview. Now connect to diffuse, rock to rock, grass to grass, dirt to dirt. Now select this one, Control W. Control W is shortcut for duplicate. Rock to rock, grass to grass, dirt to dirt. Control W one more time. That's why keep it everything in sequence, so it becomes very easy. So we have all these nodes. Now this one is diffuse, base color. This one is roughness, roughness, and this one is normal, normal. Straightforward, simple. So it's basically diffuse going to diffuse, roughness going to roughness, normal is to normal. So you can now you can see the output here, because I have switched on the preview of rock, so you can see the preview of rock. Just simply save it. You saved it. Now go to a test, then select this, and you can see there is a landscape material. This, you can see this specific material is called landscape material. It's not just material. So for this, you need to have a landscape material. So let's go to content and go to our folder 191 material, and this is my landscape. Select this, go back to our level and just press this arrow. It will apply here. As you see, compiling shader. So lighting is required. So what I'll do, I'll just click the light and make it movable so that light build is not required. Shader is compiled, but you really can't see anything here. Everything looks shiny and very strange. Reason, the material we have to like adjust now. So what I'll do, I'll select mode, go to landscape, click on the paint. Now I can see all those three options: rock, grass, dirt. But you see, there is something called none, none, none. So how this is basically specifies where this thing should fall, like where this thing should be visible. So right now it's none, so it's not visible anywhere. To make this thing visible, I have to click on this plus sign and create weight blended layer and save it in your shaded folder. Like it will automatically browse or show your folder. You can browse and save it anywhere. Okay, save. Okay, save. Let's save. Save and make sure save it. The moment you saved it, instantly you can see that rock texture is visible, but the tiling is way too big, way too huge, right? You can see the tiling is way, way, way too much. So this is something we can control. We have to create a controller, or we have to go back to our actual shader and modify it. So for this, instead of like doing it manually, I'll go to my main material and add a node here for everything to control my tiling. So to control it, multiply M, multiply to A and scalar parameter. This is my rock underscore tiling. Default value is 1. Don't make sure it's not 0. So otherwise you won't get any this thing, like output. Now this one goes to all 1. So I can just simply select these two, control W, and rename this to graph tiling. Make sure none of the parameters are sharing same name. If naming is same, it will affect both of them together. It kind of acts like an instance. Okay, second. Similarly, select these two, control W, duplicate again, place it here. This one goes to A, and this one is your dirt. Name it properly. Dirt. Dirt. That's it. Okay. Now you have a parameter. Oh, less than 1 minute, it will restart. So make sure join it. So this time you have to create a material instance. Whenever you have parameters, make sure create an instance. Right click, create material instance, and you have to apply this to your landscape. Select landscape, apply instance. Now this one you do not need to modify anything here. Go back to instance, save it, make sure save.